Hi and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to be doing a wedding makeup tutorial. It's coming into wedding season. I know a couple people that are getting married. Alli from Alli's Magical Insights is getting married in like 2 weeks. So I saw that she has done a couple different bridal looks as well. So head over to her channel and check out the looks that she created. They're absolutely beautiful. And I cannot wait to see the pictures from her wedding. Myself, my husband and I have been married for 5 years. We're coming up on 6. And we got married in July, so in the summer. And at the time that we got married, I wasn't really into makeup. So I just kind of did really natural looking makeup. And so I kind of wanted to do this video to kind of recreate my wedding look if I was getting married today. These are the things that I would do. These are the things I wouldn't do. There was a lot of mistakes that I made. So I wanted to share this look with you and share some tips and tricks that I wish I had known when I got married. So like I said, we got married in July. So it was the heat of the summer. It was end of July. We got married outside and it was hot. It wasn't ungodly hot. It was just warm enough that if I wasn't wearing a shorter dress with cap sleeves, I would have been sweating to death. So there are a couple things that I would have done differently with my makeup, taking into account the weather. Like I said, I did a more natural look. I did very neutral eyeshadows. I think I just did mascara and foundation and maybe blush, if that's it. I mean, it was a very natural, very simple look, which paired really well with my dress. We got married in our backyard. We had about 150-ish people. It was just really relaxed, nothing formal at all. We had somebody that was DJing. We were doing cornhole tournaments. It was like sandwiches and picnic type food. So it was really informal. So given that if I was still doing that venue, I would still do a more natural neutral look, but I think I would have amped it up just a little bit. So let me kind of walk you through just a little bit of the products that I'm gonna be using. So I think I want to, for the eye look, go in with the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. This is a very warm toned neutral palette. There's some really nice mattes in here. And then if I need to deepen things up and amp things up, I'm gonna go into the Viseart palette, again, matte. That's one of my, one of the things when I was trying to decide what to do with my makeup, and even back then, is that I wanted to stay away from glitter and sparkly, because when you get that glitter fallout on your cheeks and on your eyes, it does look very messy. Plus, when you're being photographed, especially like extreme close-ups on your face, that glitter is going to show up in the pictures unless you've got a fantastic photographer who's willing to take the time to Photoshop out all your imperfections, which we weren't. We had my brother-in-law do our photos while we were, you know, getting married and at the reception and everything. But the less work that your photographer has to do, that was kind of the mindset of this look. So I'm pretty much gonna go in with all matte eyeshadows. Same thing with the bronzer and blush. It's completely matte. You're not gonna have any reflection. I'm not gonna do any highlighter with this as well. And I'm choosing makeup products and primers that are going to stick around. So let me stop rambling. It's been like 6 minutes already. So let me just get into it. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes, and I'm going to use the Pretty Vulgar. This is my most expensive eyeshadow primer, and this one typically does not let my eyeshadows crease or fade away. So we're thinking longevity here and products that are going to outlast a very stressful day. It's a beautiful day and it's one you will remember for the rest of your life, but it's stressful. So next I'm gonna go in with the Pore Professional from Benefit. This is a pore filling primer. And again, this is to smooth out any texture. You're getting your picture taken from every single angle. So you wanna think about how you can reduce the amount of texture on your skin. And now the fun part. So let's go ahead and do our eyeshadow. So I'm actually gonna start with the Viseart palette. I'm gonna go in with kind of this, it's a neutral brown right here, and I'm gonna put that in my crease. Yeah, when I got married, I was not into makeup. I had pretty much like 2 eyeshadow palettes, and I'm trying to think of what eyeshadow palette I used. I think it was like a little Tartelette palette, and it just had like a cream colored shade, and like some rosier pinks and maroons, and that's what I ended up using for my eyeshadow. It was a very simple look. It was very pretty. I don't think by any means that it's like not gonna hold up against the test of time, but I think just knowing what I know now, there's a couple things I would have changed. I'm just taking my time and blending things out, making sure there's not any skipping or harsh edges or anything that's gonna photograph kind of funky. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Zoeva palette, and I'm gonna go in with Beans Are White right here. It's just kind of like a deep chocolate color. And I'm just gonna slowly start building up the color. And again, just blending it into the outer corner and into the crease, making sure that I am not leaving any harsh lines or any skipping or anything like that. Just making sure everything is blended beautifully. All right, next, again, in the Zoeva palette, we're gonna do Bitter Start, which is like this cream color. I'm gonna put that over the majority of my lid. Okay, so that's where we're at. We're gonna go ahead and just re-put back that Beans Are White color right here, which is that chocolate brown. And we're just gonna blend those 2 colors together. Okay, that's pretty much it for the eyes. The reason I went with such a simple look is that a smoky matte eye is very timeless. It's going to look pretty good from today to 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line. It's going to look really pretty. We're gonna put on our Glamnetic eyelashes, and these are in the style Baby Girl. And we are going to go that route. Let's get the liner on. So let's go ahead and get these lashes on. I just love how easy those go on. So I am going to go ahead and kind of clean up the edges. This is a very chunky liner, so you don't always get the cleanest of edges with it. So I'm just gonna see what I can do here. And then I'm gonna wing this out. And I'm just using my tried and true NYX Epic Ink Liner. So I'm using the Maybelline BB Pure BB cream. I would honestly probably go for the CoverGirl matte BB cream instead of this if you're getting married outside or tend to get oily when you're nervous. So I would definitely go with a more mattifying, as long as it's not gonna make you look too cakey and everything. But for this purpose, this is fine. And then I'm just going in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind for my concealer, and I'm just touching that to the insides of it. If you do hire a professional photographer, what you can do while you're getting ready is have that person take pictures of you and make sure nothing is coming across weird on the camera. Bronzer and blush, I'm going in with the Wander Beauty Trip for Two. These are completely matte, and I love how this looks on the skin. It's very cool toned. It gives a very natural looking sun-kissed glow. Okay. And then blush, going in with this, and it's the Bellini shade, and I'm just kind of touching the peaks of my face. Now for the bottom lash line, we are going to take that Cocoa Beans Are White, or Beans Are White, whatever that chocolate color was in the Zoeva palette, right here. And we're gonna run that along the bottom lash line. And then I am going to take the Revlon Color Stay eyeliner, and this is in, I think this is just brown, black brown. And I'm just gonna put that in my waterline. Okay, so the lips are probably about the hardest, and for a couple of reasons. For me, especially, it's nice to have a lipstick or a lip product that's not gonna move, but my lips are naturally drier anyways, and they tend to get like the lines in them when I wear too many like matte liquid lip products, which is not flattering in a photograph. So, but at the same time, I don't want to wear a lipstick that when I go and kiss my soon-to-be husband or partner or whoever, it's going to completely transfer on them as well. You want your makeup to stay on you and not get on your significant other. So I kind of went back and forth on what I would do. I don't think I even wore lip product or lip color of any kind at my wedding, and you can kind of tell. So that's definitely something that I would change. So I think what I'm gonna try is this Kokie lip liner, and this is in Dusty Rose. This stays pretty well. It is matte. So let me put this on real quick and I'll show you how I'm gonna kind of remedy the matteness of this. I am overlining my lips just a little bit. So that actually doesn't look too bad on its own. I got no transfer. This dries down really well and it is comfortable. If you're concerned with a matte product, kind of emphasizing the lines in your lip, you can always put a clear gloss on top. I'm just gonna use the clear gloss on these Shine Loud NYX product. This is a really nice clear gloss. It's thick, so it's gonna stick pretty well to your own lips. You will get it on your partner, but it'll keep what's underneath kind of there. See, that's all you got is you got a little bit of a color, but It's mostly the gloss. So it's gonna kind of keep that in place. So I'm gonna do a setting powder first. So this is the NYX HD finishing powder. This is extremely matte. It's got no color to it. You're not gonna get any flashback on the camera. And again, you should have a really good relationship with your photographer and be like, hey, can you just take a picture and make sure I don't look like a shiny hot mess? So that took a lot of the shine down that I was seeing on my face. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a setting spray just to kind of keep everything in place. So let's go ahead and do the lower lash line with mascara real quick. So that is pretty much everything that I would do if I were getting married today. This is the makeup look I would go with. I would be matte, I would be long wearing, I would use products that I knew were gonna stick around and be the most flattering after a long wear time. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. So I also wanted to share with you guys some tips for your wedding day as well, especially if you are going to do your own makeup. The number one thing I can tell you is to practice. That is key. Don't try and do this on the fly on the day of your wedding. It is stressful enough and nerve-wracking enough to be going through this amazing commitment with your partner than to be trying to come up with a look on the fly. So 1 week, 2 weeks before your wedding, practice your makeup, take photographs, so you know which products you are going to definitely use. The next thing in conjunction with that is to also do a wear test. So just because this looks great on me now doesn't mean in an hour it's gonna look fantastic. So pick out your products that you want to try, practice the look and do a wear test. Take photographs throughout the day, take selfies, take it from different angles, have your partner take pictures of you in natural light, in dark light, in high flash, like anything, and make sure you are 100% happy with how it's gonna look and how that makeup is going to hold up throughout the night. Again, if you know your photographer, meet with them about a week before, do your makeup and say, hey, you know, we're getting married outside. It's gonna be 100 degrees. Let's take some photos, see what I got going on after about an hour. So I cannot stress enough the whole practice and the wear test. The third tip I'm gonna give you, this is a little bit, it's not makeup related, but it's something I didn't think about when I was getting married, and I heard several other people mention this, is to develop a couple months before your wedding, develop a really good skincare routine. Once you get into a routine, your skin is going to adapt and not break out as much. So once you've got that established and products that are gonna bring your best face forward, definitely stick with it, stick with the routine. Make sure you're cleaning your brushes, your sponges, your pillowcase. I had somebody mention that to me too. Like, make sure you are washing your pillowcase regularly so that as you're sleeping on it, your face is not getting oils and gunks and bacteria on it. So it reduces the risk of you having a breakout or a flare-up or something the day of your wedding. And then the last tip I'm gonna give you guys is to have a makeup touch-up kit with you. And this should include, sounds stupid, but Q-tips. Q-tips are a huge savior. If you've made an oops in your makeup, you can use that fine tip to just isolate your mistake, and it'll be a lot easier to fix using, if you've got those Q-tips on hand, a small bottle of makeup remover as well, just so like if you did what I did where you messed up your eyeliner, you can just go in with that Q-tip, clean it up, fix it, and just kind of like isolate that issue spot. Another thing you should include in your emergency makeup kit is either the rice paper dabbing papers or touch-up powder. So I would probably bring this with me to my pretend fake wedding, and have this with me for when I start to get a little bit more oily, just touch it up and kind of reduce that shine a little bit. The other thing that I would take would be eyeliner. For me, product doesn't stay on my waterline very well, so I would probably bring that brown bottom liner, and also this one just in case anything started to shift or move around, just for a quick touch up. And then the last thing that I would include would be the lip products that I used for the wedding. So that is everything I'm gonna have for you today. This was such a fun video to think about of, you know, if I were getting married again, how would I do my makeup? And this was just super fun. Congratulations to any of you out there that are getting married this summer or this year. It truly is a very special day. So if you can find ways to reduce any kind of added stress to your special day. So I hope that you found these tips useful. But yeah, definitely head over to Alli's channel, check out what she's done. She has some very pretty neutral looks as well as a really vibrant look. So I'm really interested to see what she decides to go with on her special day. So that is it for me today. Thank you as always for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.